Tony just basically told me that he hates people who play board games.
Yeah, I mean, I hate.
Yeah.
Hate's a strong
He was
word.
going to say no, and then he was like, yeah.
I mean, you could determine what I said as hate. I'm just saying, hey, I just didn't like kids who played board games when it was beautiful outside. I like to play ball.
What if it's raining?
I didn't. Then in board games.
Okay, so if it's a rainy day,
Yep.
what board game would you want to play? What's your favorite board game?
Dude.
I don't even like
Such a
board
good
games that
question.
much, but I feel like we've never talked about it, so it's a good question.
There's so many good ones. I was kind of a shoots and ladders guy.
Shoots and ladders. Oh,
I
God.
like shoots and ladders.
My niece makes me, or not niece, cousin makes me play shoots. She's like 10. She makes me play shoots and ladders every time I see her.
That's the most
It is
feel
so
like-
boring.
I feel like there's a better answer than that out there, though.
it's the most uncultured of board games.
It's like so boring and all based on chance.
Oh yeah, there's zero thought that goes
does
into it.
Yahtzee count? I like that's
Oh,
another
I
one,
love
completely
Yahtzee's
based on
Yahtzee.
chance.
fun.
Yahtzee's
That's
a great game.
not much strategy there, but I'm gonna look up. You
There's
guys go around.
plenty of strategy in Yahtzee.
There used to be a store. Do you know that?
Called
back
Yahtzee?
in the 70s and 80s, called Games by James.
No,
Oh, it
still
exists. It
Still
exists.
exists?
Yeah,
not Harmar,
Burnsville
but
Center.
Rosedale Mall also has a
Burnsville
Games
Center.
by
I
James.
love
you
Games
go there
by
and they had
James.
all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Games, all right,
So I used to go to a place as a kid called The Source Comics and Games, and it was a massive
The source.
building in a strip mall, or massive unit in a strip mall. Right now, I think it's a Warner Stellion, unfortunately. But in the first half was a store. Like you could buy comic books. I bought a Wolverine comic book there when I pretended I was into comics for a little while to get chicks.
I'm pretty sure
there were
a lot of people pretend
figurines.
they're into comics.
Yeah, and then you start reading and you're like, oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah.
So
Give me
Just
a Harry,
read a book.
Give me a Harry Potter
Just read a book.
any day.
sorry
So
to interrupt you guys
Okay.
really quick. I'm looking up top 50 board games written by some guy named Yuda Kaiser.
oh God, it's always a screen name with board games.
And his top game is Catan. Ticket
Oh,
to Ride,
yeah.
Carcassonne, Dominion, Stone Age, Lords of Waterdeep.
Oh my God.
Let me get to where I actually have heard of the game. Lost Cities, King of
I've heard of all
Tokyo,
these games.
Warriors, Small World, Kingdom Builder, Seven Wonders,
Oh my
Tigris, Euphrates, Through
gosh.
the Desert, Suburbia. Still have not heard of one of these
Oh, the
games.
Tigris and
Zularetto,
Euphrates.
Agricola, Kalis, Puerto Rico. I mean, I
Puerto
could just keep
Rico.
going
Is that a
and
board
going.
game?
So is Tigers and Euphrates.
Oh my! I
apparently.
got to 25, and I'm still at 0 games I've ever heard of. So there
See,
you go.
board game
Puerto
people,
Rico, the board game.
board game people are so into board games.
Yeah, I would be
That's-
not. I said shoots and ladders for crying out loud. So
Like
there you go.
I have friends that are board game people, and I'm like, don't invite me. Like
Just don't.
If you have to spend more than 3 minutes explaining the directions to me, I'm
Amen.
out. I'm out.
I'm with you too.
So
What were you gonna say though? You
About
were
the
gonna
source?
finish. Yeah.
So half of the source was a store where you could buy shit, and then the
Stuff.
buy stuff, and then the other half was a full-on board game arena with folding tables and
Oh, I
chairs.
like this.
They would host massive
I love
Dungeons
that.
and
Like this.
Dragons
Ooh, don't like
tournaments.
that. Don't like
They
that. I like where you were
massive
going with this.
tournaments
I
of
like
board
this.
games.
Tony's a Dungeon and
And-
Dragons
I'm a
hater.
tournament guy.
Like-
Brackets, probably.
Brackets. That's how you have to get
Some
Tony
seatings
interested.
With bracket.
Seatings.
Oh, there
You gotta
are
get
brackets.
brackets.
There are
seatings,
winners and
some rankings.
there are winners and losers, and I was in there one night getting Pokemon cards with my dad, and I peeked over the little divider between the arena and the store, and I thought, oh, there is so much brain power over here.
That's
not a lot
exactly
of
what I would have thought.
not a
but
lot of
you're so
athletes, but a
positive.
ton of brain power over there, man.
Not a lot of kids playing out in the yard out of that group.
No, favorite board games. I really do enjoy Monopoly. Like I think Monopoly
I
is
was
a really
gonna
fun
say that.
game. There's a Lord
It's
of the
too
Rings
long,
version of
though.
Monopoly.
It is long.
so long.
Which
Just
I'm
like this
good
pod
with.
is
I do
long.
love.
This pod is long too.
No, it's not. It's like an
I
hour.
do love the themed ones though.
Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
Monopoly.
I had-
super fun.
We have that at my house. I used to play Dogopoly all the time.
Oh God.
You would buy like the first one would be like a Chihuahua, and then by the time you got to the end, it was like
Great
a
Dane.
Mastiff.
I want to buy NHL Monopoly.
That'd be kind of cool.
We own Minnesotaopoly.
I don't want that one. I want NHL Monopoly.
I wouldn't like that one.
If you have the right group of people and everyone
It
is
is,
invested
yeah.
and people aren't texting each other
Each under
each other under the table. Risk is a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Risk is fun, but you
Never played it.
it has to be a good group.
I've never played it in the text message era.
Yeah, where your friends
go.
create alliances by texting each other under the table, and then all of a sudden you're surrounded in Canada.
Where in Canada, though? There's
Not Ontario.
there's
Let's put it
certain
that
places
way.
in Canada I wouldn't mind, I could probably escape from.
That could be another cold
The
open
Yukon
question.
properties, I could
Where would
I
you
could
not
make
want to
my
be
way
in
out.
Canada?
I don't think you can escape the Yukon.
And then my
There's
my
no-
enemies
there's
would
no-
die trying to find me.
Is there ocean access in the
No,
Yukon?
no.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't escape.
You can.
So it's a
No,
land
but
war.
I would go north, and they would eventually all die.
No.
Yes,
I don't think they'd eventually all die.
They would die.
I don't think they would die.
They would die.
Okay. So you want people
I
to die in Canada?
I'm gonna change.
No, my enemies to die. Yes,
Your
We're
enemies.
Risk.
going away from Canada now.
It's fine. You brought up board games.
You brought
I
up Puerto
just
Rico.
Wanted to mention that I loved the game Life growing up,
Oh,
and it's
that was a
way
good
more
one.
fun to play it when you are like creative about it, because we would have like those little cars with all the peg people. We would like try to land on as many kids as possible so that your car was just like overstuffed with children.
I have a funny board game story.
okay.
Is it about Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it's about Battleship.
Oh, that's a good game.
My
that
brother's best friend, his name was John. It was something King. Maybe it was John King. Oddly enough,
John King?
not the John King, a much
Damn it.
older version of John King. John King would be close to 70, if not over 70 now.
You telling me that John
He
King
was-
is not 70?
He was in the Navy, and we were playing Battleship. He goes, "You want to play? You want?"
With the guy in the Navy?
Yeah, he goes, "You
Wow.
want to play Battleship against the guy from the Navy? I'm gonna kill you in this, right?" So I'm playing him.
How does being in the Navy give you an advantage at Battleship?
No, exactly.
Holding your breath.
I'm playing. I am not hitting one. I've taken 20 deals and I have no hits, and he has now sunk every one of mine. I'm like, you're right. How do you do that? And he goes, well, I just move my pieces every time you shoot. I goes, we're in the Navy. If someone's shooting at you,
Oh
you move
my god!
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Cheater.
That's cheating.
It was actually kind of.
That's why you got
Believe it
to.
or not, it was one of the
That's
funnier
kinda funny.
pranks ever.
Yeah.
Well, you got to play with somebody from the Army. Then they're honorable,
Right,
not the
Right.
Navy.
right. I know.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Her Ice Girls High School Hockey Podcast. This week's pod is sponsored by Luther Auto, car buying made simple. Shop online or in-store with 45-plus retail locations. Summit Orthopedics, 11 locations throughout the Twin Cities, with specialists ready to treat any sports-related injury. And Gemini Athletic, pro-quality custom uniforms with a championship pedigree. And now, here's Peter and Tony.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to Her Ice, a girls' high school hockey podcast about the great teams in the great state of Minnesota. I am 1/3 of the Her Ice team. My name is Peter Rodney. I'm here with Tony Scott and Kayla Jo Franz. Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Kayla, how you doing?
Doing great.
Puerto Rico is a board game that came out in 2002
Oh,
where you can
God.
ship
2002.
goods, construct buildings, and choose roles that benefit you more than others. So there's a board game called Puerto Rico where you do all these things, and that basically just sounds like a new version of America's Manifest Destiny where you cosplay owning a commonwealth that isn't really yours. That sounds like the most American game you could ever play.
That's fantastic.
Do you want to play that game sometime?
No, I would not.
Why don't we hang out more often?
We should
play
all play board games
board
all
games?
day.
Why, no, I just like in general. Like, why don't we go for walks?
I would be down.
Why
for
do,
that.
why don't
Where did
we?
that come from?
I don't.
You did Puerto Rico to going on a walk.
All of a sudden, he got lonely and he wanted a
I
friend.
know. I would go.
I
on
just
a walk
wanted
with
somebody
you.
to take
Do
me
you-
to Puerto Rico.
Do you have to bring your dog, or can I bring my dog?
I can bring my dog. You cannot bring your dog.
Wait, why can you not both bring your dog?
Ah, no, mine would cross. No, not good.
Oh,
Cross what?
They would just.
you're
I've,
bad.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
tried that before. It doesn't work.
My dog is a horizontal walker. He goes from one side of the sidewalk to the other side of
Ooh,
the sidewalk.
yeah, so does mine.
And then he sees a squirrel, and then he pulls, and then there are
Man.
deer in my street, and then we go back inside. Yeah, that was not fun the other night. Discovered a pack. Is it a pack? What do you call a group of deer?
A herd? I don't
I
know.
want to go herd.
Pack
Like maybe a
of
herd. Well, there was a
deer.
daddy deer, a mommy deer, and a baby deer. And as soon as Gordy and I got out into the street, I looked around and I thought, oh, crap. There are deer, and I'm not chancing my dog taking off after.
It's a herd.
A herd? Herds, man. All right, Her Ice, our cold open and intro is officially over, which means it's time to give you an update on our rankings. We had a little movement in both classes, but before we get to that, we're going to
have
hear
more next week too, my friend.
we're going to have some serious movement next week. Praise God in Class A. Luther Auto is the sponsor of the rankings rundown.
As Kayla digs feverishly for
Should start
her,
calling it the rankings
her
drive
purple
down.
folder. She's digging feverishly for it.
I wasn't.
I know she wasn't, but here's the song. She's digging for it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Did you know Luther is one of the largest used car retailers in the country? Luther also buys more used cars than almost any dealer, which means your car could be worth more than you think. Drive into any Luther dealership and get a simple, safe, and fast offer. Turns out the best place to buy a car is also the best place to sell your car, and the best time is right now. Learn more at LutherBuysCars.com.
Let's have a fun assignment. Can you? I would say 10 out of 10.
A 10!
Can
A
you
10!
take that?
If you've seen
No,
Varsity
you can't
Blues.
because you have only on paper. If I had it electronically, you could put that into ChatGPT and make it into Spanish, couldn't you? That'd be
have to
super
read
cool.
it
And then
Well, you
could
could just
read
put it
Spanish.
into Google Translate.
Yeah, it'd be super cool.
Donde está Luther Auto?
I think it'd be
Donde
I think it'd be
esta.
hilarious.
Maybe I could because I have like a 700-day streak on Duolingo. Maybe I could translate it
You'd
myself.
probably do it yourself.
Okay. Well,
I couldn't.
I can't speak Spanish at all.
Well, I'm excited to announce Luther has signed on for another year of support in youth and high school hockey programming like ours, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm excited to do more fun stuff, especially supporting our drive to state. Our whole staff's driving all over the state, getting us there and putting together great stuff, whether it's at the youth level at the regions that weekend
Yep.
or at the sections the week before for boys and girls high school hockey. Thanks to Luther for bringing us our drive to state again this year.
Jimmy Neutron brain blast. You know what we could do to promote Luther Auto?
Here we go, Jimmy.
Buy our whole every employee a new car.
No, they could just lend me a 2025 4Runner so that I could drive around the state.
Yeah.
Just lend it to me.
I've already told you, Bobby is your guy.
I'm
He'll
telling
hook
you,
you up.
Bobby, I'm coming for a 4Runner or a Tacoma, dude.
Have you seen
Bobby's
the
coming.
funny?
Jen is coming to Bobby. Like, Bobby's going to be busy.
Good for Bobby.
Have
gonna
you
be busy.
seen those funny memes about Christmas, like Christmas car commercials where they just like buy their partner a new car without telling them?
I hate those
I love
commercials
those.
so
Those are the
much.
best.
I just made a huge purchase
Those are
without
the
telling you.
best.
Look at the bow on the car.
Surprise!
Look at our
Well, we
$2
don't
million
have the money
house.
for that.
Surprise! I just bought you a $70,000 truck.
But we don't- that's a Saturday Night Live skit, too.
It is.
funny.
Is it really?
They just made it like recently,
So funny.
Okay.
but it was a meme originally. Like surprise.
So I can't remember which car company it is, but they have a commercial where it makes their holidays. It's like it's either the Toyota-thon or something like that, and they try to make their sales-a-thon during the holiday season look really classy. Like it's dark background, it's all glassy. And when I was a kid, I used to think that was the classiest thing I had ever seen. And there's a line in The Office where Michael is trying to describe a party or design a party, says it has to be classy, like the opening of a car dealership. And as an adult, I think about that, and I hate car dealerships. They are the least
Wow.
classiest places.
I'm glad we're doing a Luther.
I've
spot
never
right
been.
here.
I've never been to a Luther dealership though, so I need Luther to
Wow, thank you
to
for
raise the
doing
bar.
that.
Raise the bar.
Does raise
I
the bar.
wouldn't. It's funny. I've been just to the Volkswagen Luther dealership,
Okay.
and I feel like I'm walking into a very nice, clean place with
Okay.
really good people. And
Does
I-
Luther have a car-a-thon
Luther-a-thon.
for
I
holidays?
have.
Lutherathon.
Happy Honda Days,
Happy. Well,
December to remember.
I
Is
was-
Lexus.
I was thinking of holidays that combine with Luther, and I don't think that Luther Auto would be able to piggyback
Lutheran.
on any of those. Yeah, it would have to be Martin Luther the Lutheran.
Martin
Yes.
Lutheran
The
Junior
actual
Days.
Lutheran, Martin Luther.
Martin Lutheran Junior. Day.
LutheranAuto.com. All right, Class 2A. Speaking of religious institutions, Holy Family and Hill Murray remain at the top of Class 2A. Not Lutherans, they're Catholics, but they're going to
Why-
Because
Holy
Hill Murray
Family's
had
number one.
such a good win.
Well, so I have a note here about Hill Murray, and we're going to have a fun time talking about whether Hill Murray should go independent or not. But let's get through the rankings
Yes,
first.
please say that, please.
Coming in at number 3, Centennial Spring Lake Park, which bumps up after
You
beating
didn't say who was 1 and who was 2.
Yeah,
Holy
you did.
Family's number 1, Hill
You
Murray's
said
number
they
2.
were both atop. They were atop of.
They're
yeah.
tied for number 1.
They are not. They should be, but they are not.
Why would they be tied for number 1?
they wouldn't?
That don't make-
But I feel like they're both the 2 best teams in the state.
It's not the way this works. String,
I understand.
For,
I understand.
for fans of the wire. Centennial Spring Lake Park at number 3, Minnetonka at number 4, Edina at 5. Bemidji bumps up to number 6.
Who's 5?
Edina.
Yeah, I think Bemidji. I think Edina would beat Bemidji.
I do too. Benilde at 7. Wayzata joins the rankings at number
That's
8.
fair.
Maple Grove
They
slides.
do
to
have a
number
couple warts.
9.
Wayzata's got some warts.
They do, but they also had a win over Maple Grove when Maple
I'm
Grove
well
was
aware.
ranked 6th.
Yep, I got
And
that.
then Andover comes in at number 10. So Moorhead falls out.
Yeah, but I don't really think even Moorhead's had that bad.
No, I
Couple
just
weeks.
think in comparing and contrasting, Wayzata has a better signature win than Moorhead does at
Correct.
this point of the season.
That'll change.
And that the only thing keeping a team like Woodbury out is that they don't have that signature win at all. And I think they have one chance at that signature win in 25 games. So the
Right.
schedule working against undefeated Woodbury for the second consecutive year. In Class A, Warroad, Dodge County, Blake, Orono, Breck, Proctor, Hermantown. I made this point in my written rankings.
Do you like where you just stacked them? And
Well,
said,
I put them
Here we
together and I was
go.
like, I'm not going to waste time doing. They beat such and such. They play such and such this week for.
can you read
6
that order
teams.
really quick?
Yep.
So you said
Number 1 is Warroad. Number
Dodge.
2 is Dodge County. Number 3 is Blake.
Yep.
Number 4 is Orono. Number 5 is Breck.
Breck.
And number 6 is Proctor Hermantown.
yeah, that's fair.
And frankly, Proctor Hermantown, I'm already thinking is going to get bumped.
Really?
Mankato East has a better signature win than Proctor Hermantown.
Who's Mankato East signature win?
Albert Lee.
Yeah, but they also tied a Minnesota River.
Yeah, but
They tied like they play Lakeville South to
some
tie.
of this has to be about me though. Mankato East.
Yeah,
Some of this has to be about me where I want it to be fun.
they played South and North
They beat South.
and
I'm
tied
pretty
North.
sure Mankato East is undefeated.
Yep, 8-0-1.
Okay. Maybe I don't remember if they beat it. All the games are starting to run together, and it's not even.
Oh, their
Christmas
one
yet.
tie is Minnesota River.
Okay. So the top 6 stay the same. Albert Lee moves to 7, Marshall at 8, Mankato East at 9, West Tonka, Southwest Christian at 10.
So you're saying that will change next week, right?
It's going to change next week. I wanted to bump out West Tonka because they lost to unranked Delano, but then West Tonka also beat Marshall. So I pull them out, and I have to they pull me out, and they drag me right back in. They come right back into the rankings with the win over Marshall. So
right.
I don't have an answer for you. At this point, I might knock Marshall out.
I think they would be
I
deserved.
need-
They
I
lost
need-
to Albert Lee. So what have they done besides beat Lakeville North?
I know they're hanging on to that.
They're hanging on to that.
It's like somebody who worked.
I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, they're all their games are close.
It's like a copywriter that works at McCann Erickson for 8 years and then coasts on that forever, trying to get a job at another firm.
Wow.
All right, road trips. You went to a couple of games last week. You saw Centennial. Well, you didn't see him. You watched it on.
I watched the game.
you
Can I give
watched
my
it on-
experience?
on Dead Barn?
Can I give my experience? of
Sure.
this? So now I've learned some things. I think I talked about this on the boys' show this week. Is watching a game on Dead Barn is hard. It's very difficult to watch a game, and there's no commentary, right?
Yeah.
So there's no one broadcasting. I'm watching this game, and the camera like bobbles around, right? And I had it next to me on the couch, and I was watching it, or maybe it was on my lap, and I was watching it. My wife was sitting next to me, and she was reading a book or whatever,
Okay.
and she looks over and she says to me, "How do you watch that? Don't you get dizzy?" And I'm like, "Yes, I get extremely dizzy." And if there was commentary, I wouldn't have to stare at the screen the entire time.
No.
But what I was able to do, it was good enough for, was I could follow the lines. I knew each player on all the teams. By the end of the first period, I knew who the best players were. I could spot them no matter how good or bad the camera work was, it was pretty easy to spot the best players. And I have found, if not the best, the second best player in the state. Are you ready?
Okay.
Her name is Lainey Ganetz. It is ridiculous.
Oh,
Peter.
nice work, Christopher
You
Columbus.
found
You've
her.
discovered new
I
land
didn't
here.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I've watched Minnetonka. I've watched Edina several times. I've watched
Okay.
Holy Family. I've watched Hill Murray. I've now seen Centennial, and that is the best player in the state.
All right. She's making a hell of a case for Miss Hockey right now.
Can I ask a really fair question that I probably shouldn't ask on the air?
Sure. I love these types of questions.
Does her transfer affect her chances to winning?
100%.
Does Maddie Kimbrell's transfer affect her chances of winning?
Not as much as Lainey Ganetz's,
Why?
because Lainey Ganetz's sister is at Woodbury High School.
Enrolled. She's not playing for them. She's enrolled there.
Yeah. I think
This is real conversations. That are really,
I think that
the conversation you're having right now is happening in other people's heads.
Here's
There's just no one saying it
a hot take
on
for
the public
you. Here's a hot take for you.
Airwaves.
If it were Luke Ganetz and Matt Kimbrell, it would stop them from winning Mr. Hockey.
it would, no question.
Because Mr. Hockey has a committee of, frankly, old people, and Let's Play Hockey chooses Miss Hockey, correct?
So we don't know.
So I have
It
no
could just-
idea
It could
what.
just be Brian going, "Yep, here's the winner," or it could be
so they might
a
not.
panel of coaches.
So
We
they
don't
might
know.
not hold. Who decide? That would be a really good thing.
What's
I should
that?
stop looking up NHL Monopoly on eBay. Who decides Miss Hockey?
Put that into the Chat GPT.
Minnesota.
I think it's Brian. to
I don't
be
use
honest
Chat
with you.
GPT. It's sponsored by Let's Play Hockey.
No, it's
A selection panel of college and high school coaches who evaluate nominees on academics, character, coachability, and on-ice skill, with the process starting from each nominations. Okay, so it's a panel of coaches. All right, so it's not just Let's Play Hockey. But
sure.
I would be curious to know who's on that panel. I think that it will be a factor. I don't think it'll stop either one of them from winning the award if that's how it shakes out, and both of them have a legitimate chance to win the award. But I also think that another player is going to come along who's been at the same school the whole time, and the committee is going to award the award to that player.
I'm glad we could have that conversation.
I think it's a legitimate thing.
So do I.
I don't think it should be held against players, because I'm not in the business of holding personal family decisions against players, especially when they are not the adults in the room.
Right.
But it'll enter somebody's mind for sure.
Well, after
It'll
what
play
I
a role in
after what
where
I
they
saw
get
in that
slotted.
game, and we can pick freshmen for our player of the year.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but like Lainey Ganetz is already in the conversation for our player of the year finalist.
Oh yeah, I think she was in the conversation
No,
last year.
Yeah, last year too.
Yeah, she was
for sure.
she was just on the outside of the top 5 or 6.
For sure, I remember, and we shouldn't have this public conversation either. It was about Emily Pohl. Like, should we put her in there? She's a sophomore, and we're like, she's probably going to win it the next 2 years. Is kind of our conclusion. Like, we'll have plenty of opportunities to meet with Emily the next 2 years.
Usually,
right?
our tiebreaker is seniority.
Yeah, we want to keep.
If we're really, and you and I have had, I wouldn't call them arguments, but I think we both stumped for
Tug of
players
war.
that we think are.
Yeah.
And then, the tiebreaker is typically seniority. I
Yeah.
think if anything, if all else is equal, I think that I would hope that the people selecting Miss Hockey would factor in Team USA performance, because both players are going to have legitimate top 6 minutes for Team USA at
Same
the
with
U18
Bailey
World Juniors. So at Bailey Roop,
she has a really good shot.
she does.
She's got a really good shot too, because her team could go to state. And when's the last time we've used the words Bemidji and state high school hockey tournament in the girls' show?
On the girls' show? Nah,
Never.
It's been a while.
Never.
It's been a while.
The show's only been around 8 years. So,
Hold on, I'm just I'm
they-
double checking your
never.
math. She's a junior,
yeah, so
she won't be Miss Hockey.
no, but she could win. She could be in our realm for sure.
Oh, if she takes Bemidji to state, it's a little bit like Sophie Stramel last year.
Exactly.
If you actually,
exactly,
this is one of my beef with professional
this
leagues.
is good combo.
When,
by the
when
way.
they
I like
when
this.
they pick,
I'm here for this.
When they pick MVPs, it's literally okay. Who's the best quarterback? Okay, you're the MVP. If you're thinking about players and how valuable they are, I don't think you could argue that any player was more valuable to their team than Sophie Stramel last year.
No doubt.
No freaking way.
No doubt.
No way. And some teams, you look at the roster and you think to your, like, we'll use Emily Pohl, for example. Emily Pohl is a fabulous hockey player.
Unbelievable.
She is an
Her
exceptional.
state tournament was one of the best performances we've seen in years.
She's an exceptional hockey player. She also gets to skate with a Minnesota State commit, Eliana Engelhardt, a University of Minnesota commit, J.C. Chatlin.
She's skating with Hannah Richley now, who's a
Hannah
pretty
Richley,
darn
who will
good-
be a Division I player if her trajectory stays the same. There are other pieces.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So that was a very long discussion about an award that's not ours. But
Yes.
to answer your question, 100% the transfers will play a role.
Big time. I think it does
1000%.
too. I mean, it won't affect. It will not affect what we do.
No, and I don't think it should either.
Our award is not called the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's called the Player of the Year Award. Just like when we gave it to Emma Connor over Peyton Hemp, because Emma Connor blocked a shot in the final 14 seconds of the state title game against Andover.
Yeah.
I mean, Emma earned it. I thought she deserved it.
It is Player of the Year.
Yep.
And
Yep.
coachability also does not factor into our. For one thing, I'm not going to call every coach they've ever had and be like, hey, is this player coachable? I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to do that.
And the nice part about it is we watch a lot of these games. I think that's the first time we've been together at a girls' high school
you and I
regular
went
season
on.
game.
We went on a little double date on Saturday. So that was your Edina Centennial Spring Lake Park. We both went to Edina Minnetonka.
Kind of a weird bookend. I was there for the first period,
Yeah,
and you were there for the overtime.
I was.
I had to go.
I could have left
I had
after
to-
the third period.
I
It would've
knew
been
that
fine.
game was no one was going to win that game.
Oh my gosh!
That was going to end the tie. I do not need to stick around for this. I had to get out to Prior Lake to my ref gig, so it ended perfect timing for me.
I haven't thrown in, and I think you should leave quote for a long time. But here's my take on the overtime: stinky.
Yeah.
It was not great. That was a tough game to watch. That was a very
I'm
hard
glad
game to
you
watch.
wrote in your tweet, because I was driving down 494 to Prior Lake, a
So
penalty-filled affair. I'm like, why was that? Because I don't think the officials were horrible. And I don't think the players were horrible. I just thought that it was just messy. The whole game was kind of messy.
a fault.
The
I will
officials didn't check the girl from behind.
No, but
You know?
okay. Here's my problem though.
There was an obvious check from behind.
To a fault, I will defend officiating. I thought there were some very soft tripping calls in there. There was also
I do too. So do
I think
I.
the officials, as the game wore on, exhausted themselves by
Correct.
making those calls, because by the end of the game, an official, and God bless him, he's out there, he's doing it. I'm not. He fell twice.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
he fell down twice. And by the end of the game, I thought they might
With
be happy
contact or
just
without
to-
contact?
Without contact. They might
Yikes.
just want to get off the ice at this point.
I'm still at 0 falls without contact. I've been
were
drilled a couple times.
There
though.
were 14 penalties called
I
in this
felt
game.
like it.
And let's run through them. Hooking, that's a non-violent penalty. High sticking, that could be a violent penalty. Tripping, not a violent penalty. Checking, violent penalty. Tripping, hooking, not violent penalties. Checking, sure. Checking, sure. Roughing, I guess. I saw that penalty. I wasn't quite sure why they called it, but in any case. Tripping, interference, tripping. It's just, there were so many trippings.
Trippings and hookings were.
And I think for the good of the game, you don't call all of them.
I got a story, and I'm not sure if I told this on the air. I was reffing in the Selly League, which is the college version this
Yep.
summer, with John Bakke, who calls nothing, right? And we get out to the game, and he's the senior official. He's NCAA ref.
He's
and
been
the
doing it for
55
years.
Yeah, he's 10,000 games, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to kind of follow his lead a little bit in this one. First shift, it's, everyone's got, Gopher helmets, Bemidji helmets, whatever. Yeah. They're all college players. It's super fast. It's super competitive. And the first shift, I swear there was 7 slashings. slash on the hip, slash on the stick, slash on the body, slash on the shin pads. It started to sound like a drum quartet.
Like you're watching Drumline.
It was Drumline.
Featuring Nick Cannon.
It was for sure Drumline.
And
I'm like,
Ashanti,
okay, John's not calling any of these slashes.
Nope.
So I guess we're not going to call slashes. In that one game, we called one trip in an hour-long game. And a girl, I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was Ochterkirk from Bemidji, made a sweet move out of the corner, deked out the defender. Defender stuck the stick out and just skewered her legs, and the girl went flying. And Bocky's like, arm up. I'm like, yeah, arm up on that one.
If John's
too.
going to make the call, it's probably a
That's tripping. And that was it. 1 hour, one trip, and that's it.
I think that at a certain level, the players are so fast and so aggressive that if you called every technical tripping or slashing, you would never finish the game.
Yeah, I had a kid, same deal. I had a kid in the corner at the Squirt A championship in the corner. He definitely stuck his foot out. Kid, they were kind of tangled. It was for sure a trip. And the Wyzetta fans were like, that's a trip. And I'm like, yeah, but he's in the corner. The kid who he tripped wasn't off to the races to score. He was in the D zone.
Sometimes
we
it's
went
just
196 feet before he would have got to the net. I'm like, I'm not calling that ever. You throw me out of officiating before I call a trip on 196 feet away.
Some of it's just hockey.
I'm just not doing it.
Some of it's just hockey. You and I got sent a clip from a game, which I thought was very funny
Which
by
one was
a
that?
listener. The shoulder-to-shoulder play
I don't even remember.
that was called on, I'm not going to name the team
All right.
because I don't want to think
more,
that.
I need more details.
The two players went shoulder to shoulder, and you and I both said it's not a penalty. There was
what did I say? My answer was play on.
play on. There was mutual
Play on.
contact
I
between
actually
the two.
agreed with the coach, but I did interject on this specific coach and say the camera eyeball, the eyeball from the camera, is not the right angle. The camera eyeball is where the referee sees it from because he's calling the game.
And they see it in real time.
They see it real time. They see it from a different angle, whatever the angle the referee is. I had somebody do that to me, sent me a video of a hit that I missed or whatever in a game, in which I was totally open. I couldn't see it and the third time around, I finally saw it. And I said, well, wherever I see it from is way more important than you see it from. I had a kind of we'll get on the next show about Tony's officiating moment.
Geez.
Oh, my God, it's hilarious. You're going to laugh.
I could also see that with people that watch the game. I think of Graham Arena where you can watch it from a catwalk and you watch it over the net. So you have a view of the goal line. The referee who is trying to call a game on the opposite side, somebody hits a headman pass. The referee is hustling down to the goal line, but they can't see it cross the line by an inch. What do you want him to do?
He can't. You have.
What do you want him to do?
I always call it the grandma call. Grandma straddling the blue line can see a offside sometimes better than I can. And hats off to grandma for straddling the blue line in that one. But I can't get it all. We're trying to do our best.
Hats off to the parents that watch the game from above the goal line. You probably have a really good vantage point of it.
Too bad. It's not. Your vantage point doesn't count.
I cannot catch a kid that has a 40-foot head start. I can't do it.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Last game that you went to, Mankato East and Albert Lee. I was very jealous that you got to go to this game. You got to see arguably one of the deepest teams in Class A in Mankato East.
That's a special team.
They can roll 3 lines.
They play 3 lines. They are very competitive. Albert Lee was short a defender, and I got to make sure I get this name right here. Yep. I want to say it was Kolker. Sydney Kolker was not there.
Yeah. She's a vet, too, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's a senior?
She's a junior. Yeah.
Okay. Which at Albert Lee basically makes you a grandmother.
Yes, pretty much. So in Albert Lee's defense, before I just start raving about Mankato East, they're down a defender. That their bench was very short last night. They only played 2 lines. They're playing against a 3-line team. They were losing 3-0, made it 3-1 in the third period, and had just a tiny, tiny little bit of hope. And the 3-line team just put them away. Got another good goal. It felt like the tables were it was a flip sheet of ice the entire time.
Yeah.
Mankato's pressure, Mankato's hockey IQ. Mankato had everything. They had energy. And then on top of that, they have a really good goaltender too. So Ilme was.
So she played
the
last
best.
night.
Yep, it
Okay.
was her
They have
third.
two really good goaltenders because Greta played
Greta's-
however many games that
Greta-
Ilme didn't get to play.
Yeah, and she was in Washington D.C. This week on a school trip, so she wasn't even in the building. How do you like that?
I love that.
Yeah,
They
so-
are in high school.
Yeah.
You should 100% be in DC.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. just to
Expand your
see.
horizons.
The whole thing was just Mankato East is
Okay.
at a, and we had them for Friday Night Ice a couple years ago, and got to meet Amber and the whole team, and
Yeah.
I kind of fell in love with that team because they just had so much personality and they played so hard and they wanted to play up and play AA teams like Apple Valley, and
Yep.
it was a really good team. They made it to state 2 years in a row. I think it was 22 and 23 they made it to state. And then they got moved into AA and
Yep.
struggled a little bit.
Well, I don't even think they struggled. They took Farmington to the mattresses last year in the semifinals.
Yeah. I mean,
They didn't really struggle.
not struggle, but they didn't make it to state, is what I'm saying.
Right. I think this is the type of team. The one thing I worry about Mankato East, and granted, I saw them in the first game of the season
Is that against North?
against Lakeville South.
South, okay.
I think Mankato East is
It's funny, we've both seen them.
one of the deepest teams in Class
We have
A.
a PhD in Mankato
we
East.
we have a PhD. What's the other degree that you can get from like Oxford? An SHD?
I have no idea.
Okay. So in my perfect world, I would bump Mankato East up to 6. What I worry about isn't depth; it's the top of the top. And can Mankato's top of the top hang with a Jaylee French or
That's a very good question because we won't find out until
a
late
Janie
February.
McGaughan or a Gabby Lopez or an Alex Christian? Like, can they hang with
Those are good
the
questions.
top of the top?
Those are really good. That's oddly enough in my hour and a half drive home. That is one of the things that dawned on me. I'm like, they have the talent, they have the depth. They have depth, probably better depth than
That's what I'm
than
saying.
World. I just said that out loud. They probably have more depth than World.
But can line one match up with if you are in overtime of the state tournament and you throw out your gag line, your get a goal line, who's best 5 against who's best 5? I don't know if they have the advantage over anyone in the top 5.
But I will say this: the
Okay.
top line with when Morgan played up, because she played a lot of D last night, Goskinson.
Okay.
When she played in the first shift of the game, and to me, they're all three of those lines for Mankato East are the same. They're just buzzing at all times. The first shift of the game, the first 50 seconds, I think they had 4 or 5 shots on goal.
That sounds about right.
And they just came at Albert Lee. And I was like, that was against their top line. This is going to get really ugly if it stays like this the rest of the game. And Albert Lee fought and scratched. They played really hard considering they only had 2 lines. And when that top line couldn't get it going, it was downhill for Mankato the whole game.
Yeah, the other, I have 2 more notes on Mankato East. Their biggest thing is getting to the second chance pucks because they will shoot from pretty much anywhere in the offensive zone, but if they can't get to the rebounds and hold the puck below the dots,
You know what?
they're not picking corners from the blue line.
While we're throwing shade at them, I will say
Throwing
this:
shade at
well,
anybody.
you just said they don't get to second. They don't get.
No, I'm
they
saying
throw
it's
pucks
critical for them to get to the second chance pucks.
I will say this: this is my only shade I would throw at them, and maybe it was because it was against a good Albert Lee team, a team that was ranked higher than them in your
Going into the
rankings.
game, mm-hmm.
I really wasn't that wowed by their power play.
Albert Lee's.
No, Mankato East.
Mankato East.
I mean, maybe they got fantastic numbers. I just wasn't. I felt like they were waiting for the other team to make a mistake. They weren't pressuring them with,
They do
Maybe
play.
I watched way too much of that Minnetonka power play on Saturday.
Their power play
It
is-
was like, oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Didn't you think Minnetonka's power play was good?
Well, I thought Delaney Miller was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, there were so many good plays on their power
So,
play.
Mang-
But, yeah, I felt like Mankato was just kind of on the perimeter.
It felt when they were against Lakeville South, it felt like they were playing pitch and catch a lot.
Yeah.
At the top of the power play and on the half wall, where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, at some point someone's got to move.
Someone's make a play here.
Power play is clicking along at a 35.7%
So maybe I
success
know
rate.
nothing about hockey.
My last analogy for Mankato East, if they ran into a team in that top 4, a Warroad, a Dodge, a Blake, or an Orono, I think it would be a little bit like when the Wild played the Colorado Avalanche in the Western Conference. Or Breck in the Western Conference semifinals, where top 9 to top 9, it's a hell of a lot closer than people think it's going to be. 1-1, Forsberg, Sakic,
all day.
Hayduke,
Yeah.
Rob Blake, like going up against that lineup against Wes
Eventually
Walls
they'll
and
wear you
Richard
down,
Park.
right?
So a top 9 to top 9, I think Mankato East has got pound for pound as good a Class A team in the state.
Let me talk about a couple players that would be,
Sure.
Obviously, I think, Brielle Newton is a person that we've known, a player we've known for a long time.
She's been around forever.
She's done Team Minnesota stuff. She's helped us with our tryouts. She's splendid. I'll just say she's a splendid athlete.
Yep.
I was talking to her coach. I was talking to Coach Prangy after the game, and she was like, yeah, she's not going to play college hockey. She wants to go into dentistry, and she's made some life choices that don't involve hockey. Doesn't mean she doesn't love hocky, but she's just a very mature kid. I was like, that's so awesome. I love hearing that. So hats off to Brielle. What a great kid. I couldn't be happy for her. I ran into her dad, John, at the rink. He was busting the tunes at the new ASA, by the way. You have to see this.
Okay.
Imagine if Bloomington only had $10 million and didn't have $37 million. That's what ASA looks like.
It might have actually been better if they'd only had $10 million instead of $37 million.
Unbelievable. Mats everywhere, new paint job, reconstructed the lobby. The lobby looks amazing. They knocked out a lot of like little tiny rooms, made a big, huge entryway. The lighting is fantastic. The glass is fantastic. Everything looks brand new. If you walked into ASA, you would not know that it was a 50-year-old building, and it looked phenomenal.
That's good news.
They don't have Bellagio bathrooms like Bloomington Ice Garden, but they still have brand new everything, brand new toilets, brand new bathrooms.
You hate bathrooms.
No, their bathrooms at Mankato or at ASA were fantastic. Everything was beautiful. I thought they did a great job with what they did. I thought they took their money and used it well.
We should rank bathrooms.
We should, because
Around the
Bloomington's number one in the nation.
Braemar would be the worst bathroom I think I've ever been to.
In the West Rink, the men's bathroom in the West Rink?
The men's bathroom on the primary in the lobby.
Yeah, not good.
There are no paper towels.
Never.
No paper towels.
Don't like that.
It's rude.
All right, let me get into a couple players that stood out.
Yeah.
I got some good stories, too. So, first and foremost, 17, Ella Fugazi. We will never.
It's a Wazzy. It's a Woozy. It's
I feel
fairy
like they said
dust.
Fugazi. I think the PA woman said Fugazi. So we'll
With
go
the double
Fugazi.
Z's, I would have thought Fugazi. Though.
Yeah, so do I. All right, she's a sophomore, national camp kid.
Yep.
She made an unbelievable goal. Started the scoring barrage. She makes a play on every shift. I'm not exaggerating. She makes something happen on every shift. Super productive. Write number 17 down. You watch the game, you can't miss her.
She plays hard.
Here's one, and they got a bunch of them. I mean, Reagan Steindl was really, really good. Number 5, Ella Quist was really good. I mean, they just have these 11th graders, one after another. You got Kira, Amber's daughter is really good. So they're really good. But here's one I want to just point out, a little story that I got from Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Number 19, her name is Jillian Borgmeyer.
Okay.
Tall defender, number 19, long stick, very, very athletic. And I was like, how come I've never heard of this girl? She's unbelievable. She looks like she's been playing, defense. She's can walk the blue line, with the lateral footwork. She's got such an athletic game to her.
Okay.
I'm like, who is this girl? I've never heard of her. She goes, this is their first time she's played hockey in like 2 years. She blew out her knee, missed a season, and then blew it out again. She's in 11th grade. She has not played varsity hockey since 8th grade.
She's also on the soccer team.
And she's blown on it. One of the times was playing soccer. She does not play soccer anymore. For any of you college coaches out there looking to find an absolute diamond in the rough, you have to see this girl. She's amazing. I was like, God, she's good. And the best part about the story was Amber was telling me, was like, yeah, she's a 5 a.m. type of kid. She's here. She's been busting her rear end the last 2 years to get back and get into shape and get into hockey mode. And whatever the hard work that she's put in, I saw it firsthand last night. She is a tremendous hockey player.
Sounds kind of perfect for our friends over at UW River Falls.
Yes, or you could even go even higher than that. I'm telling you, she's an athlete, absolute athlete.
Absolute athlete.
There you go. I'm done with my.
Your love
I didn't even
letter
talk
to
about the other
Mankato
Division One,
East.
the Division One commit. That's Ilmay.
Yep.
Draheim, she is really good too.
Yeah, first season with Mankato East after
Yep.
transferring in from Waseca. She played for the South Central Co-op
Yes, she did.
last season. Alrighty, time to tell you about another sponsor. See, we have big gaps between sponsor reads on this show.
I like it.
We have big
I like it.
gaps.
I like it.
The sponsor for this segment is Custom One.
Love it.
Custom One. Homes, renovation, landscaping, and exteriors. An award-winning builder since 1983. Custom One. Home comes first. There are places in life where shortcuts are helpful and cutting corners is a win. Your home isn't one of them. At Custom One, we believe home comes first. For Custom One and our customers, there's nothing more important than home, which means you should settle for nothing but the best. At Custom One, every project is unique. A true one of one.
How nice is that stuff?
Yeah, it's too nice for me.
You middle class people.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to me too.
Yeah, you have a pool though.
Oh,
I think
can
you're a
never
little more of
escape
a.
the
I think
fact
you're a
that
little
I have a
more of a
pool.
Custom One customer.
I'm 58.
I buy my home improvement stuff at
58.
Target.
When I'm 50, how old are you?
Target.
Younger than you.
I
What
know,
do
but
you
how old are you?
even
35?
buy?
33?
Actually, I just have Jake come over and fix things.
Menards.
34.
34. So we're 24 years apart.
Yep.
So I'll be 82 when you're 58.
Yep. I will not have a pool.
You have a pool.
I'm
When
not
you're
gonna have a
50.
pool.
I'm going to come on the
50.
pod.
There's not going to be a pool.
Peter, you remember you used to make fun of my pool?
Why
Now
would you
you got a
develop
pool.
Why would you develop a Southern accent in your old age?
Because
Hey, you got a pool.
I live in Alabama now. You got a pool.
You live in Alabama, but you still commute to the pod every week.
Oh, well.
I'm going, no, I'm going to be via,
Remote.
You're gonna remote?
Oh, okay.
I'll be remote.
Are you going to spring for a USB microphone
I will
once
have
you
a
get to 82?
microphone. I saw that Pee Wee B Gobbler game.
We'll just AI recreate your
I
voice
saw
by
you,
that
Peter.
time.
Yeah, I'll still be fielding,
Coming in at 10:06, Peter.
I'll still be fielding the same question, like, so when is Tony going to retire and hand the reins over to you? And I'm like, I don't know. He's 82 years old. He might just die.
He's still watching right now.
He might just die at Bloomington Ice
He's
Garden.
installed 23 cameras.
You might just die in
That
the Bellagio bathroom at Bloomington Ice
Right.
Garden.
I might.
Speaking of dying, just kidding. In the spirit of college football, which is one of my passions, from a not
This,
only
this is
from
our segment?
Yes, this is our segment here.
Your segment
This
that
is-
I love.
I'm a genius. I love college football, not just for the performance on the field, but because of the business that follows off the field. And I think that college football is an incredible microcosm of America in general.
College football?
Yes.
Sure.
Why not?
I mean, because it's like the Southeast Conference is what is your comparison to the South? Because I hate the SEC.
What is my comparison to the Southeast Conference?
Yeah.
BlackRock.
Okay.
What's my comparison to the Big
Ten?
Vanguard?
Okay. All right.
What I'm saying is that there are entities that live in a certain stratosphere that puppeteer everything that
Control
happens.
everything else.
See?
Yeah, I
See where
got
I'm
you.
going with that?
Yeah.
I would also like to give a shout out to
What is Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Sorry to make this a college football
What-
segment.
What is Notre Dame?
What is Notre Dame?
Oh, man. It's not the current Vatican, because I'm a fan of the current Vatican. It's the Vatican that tacitly supported Mussolini. So, like an evil Vatican.
They're evil
How do you
something.
think of things
They're-
that quickly?
Peter, there
I
is
read.
they are evil something. I agree with you on
The
that.
Vatican?
Okay, so because this is about college football, and I'm a Gopher football fan.
Uh-huh.
I have one for the Gophers. The
You poor
Gophers,
thing.
the Gophers are some middle management director
Oh,
at some
you-
corporate. That's what they're super happy to be working there. They're super happy to be there. They get pooped on all the time.
Yep.
But they're respected because they do a really nice job, and they got a sweet house, and they drive
Yeah,
they drive a sweet car. They drive a Tesla.
The
But
Gophers
at the
are
end of the day, they're never going to be president of the
no,
company.
They're an HR manager at a Fortune 500.
Yeah, really
They're
valuable.
comfortable.
Director
401k
level.
could be healthier, but they're not matching anymore
Yes,
because we're in a
that's-
recession. You know.
Yeah, that's my Gophers.
That's the Gophers.
Definitely the Gophers.
Okay. Stephen Godfrey is a college football personality that I follow more closely than anything else because I think he and I would get along because we're both curmudgeons. I'd also highly recommend that everyone check out the YouTube series that he did. Oh my gosh, was this 10 years ago? Called Foul Play in Mississippi, where it followed the recruitment of a Mississippi high school player who verbally committed, I believe, to either Ole Miss or Mississippi State, accepted the money that they paid him under the table, and then flipped his commitment on signing day, but he'd already spent the money that somebody gave. It was incredibly well reported. I really appreciate Stephen Godfrey. I just wanted to get that out there.
As we talk about girls' high school
As
hockey.
we talk about girls' high school hockey. So I love college football, and jobs are changing right now. Okay, it's the end of the season for a lot of teams. Some teams are going to be in the playoffs. Some teams have accepted their spot in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Other teams like Notre Dame have taken their crucifix and gone home for the rest of the season. So jobs are changing. There's a lot of scuttlebutt about where guys are going to go, who's going to get a bump from the G5 to the P4, who's going to get to go from North Dakota State to freaking San Diego State, which might be a lateral move in this day and age. But I thought you and I would rank 5 girls' high school hockey jobs that if we had our pick of the litter, we would choose these places to take over. Now, now the caveats I didn't lay out there.
Take over?
We would be the head of the program.
Oh. I just the word takeover. Now I want the world job. I'm gonna take over that job all day long.
Part of the caveat, and I'm glad I didn't have to
over that one?
I did not have to spell this out for you.
Okay.
Because it would be easy to say, well, I want the Edina job.
No, I wouldn't want that.
No,
It's
so
too much
we went out of our way to choose jobs that
I feel like at the Edina job, you're not making anybody happy unless you win a state championship.
There's a lot of potential. There's infrastructure, and there are cool colors.
And I also think one of the rules that you and I made is you have to have a barn. It has to be a rink. Like you can't go, I want a barn. I'm going to build a high school hockey program in whatever, some city that doesn't have a rink.
It doesn't have a rink. Okay, you couldn't do that.
Like
nope.
That's not realistic.
Yep.
So do you want to? I can't take over world.
No, you cannot.
Anybody can coach that.
You come at the Marvin, you best not miss. Do you want to do your top 5 or my top 5?
Let's just go back and forth.
You want to go back and forth? Okay, I'm going to start then. Delano, Rockford.
I considered them.
Okay.
I definitely considered them.
Here's why. Corcoran is one of the fastest expanding Twin Cities suburbs.
Yep.
If you happen to buy a house in Corcoran, there's a good bet that you make a significant, not an insignificant amount of money, which means you can afford the top-line equipment, extra training, AAA teams. Here's the other thing. 2 of the biggest developments in Corcoran, one of them is the Rush Creek Reserve development, which is one of those you see on the freeway. All of a sudden you look up and there's, 220 houses that are all marked at $1.25 million. That falls in the Delano High School boundary, not Wayzata, not Buffalo, not Maple Grove. So Delano Rockford is one of mine.
So you're just doing are you just going to do like demographics and land?
Demographics factored into a few of these, but I also have some notes on here like...
I have nothing to do with demographics or land.
I know you didn't. You didn't think about this. You didn't think about this.
My turn?
I think your quote to Kayla when she stuck her head into the conference room to see if you're ready to record was, "I'm trying to make the company money." You chased her back into the studio.
I was. I'm sorry.
To be clear, I didn't even say anything. I just peeked in the door.
You just showed up in your Christmas outfit and you said, "Get out."
I just peeked in the door, seeing what they were talking about.
I just know that this was the look. She gave me she looked at me and she went like this, like, "Let's go."
Yeah. She gave you the
Christmas outfit on.
She gave you the look that said we were supposed to record at 10 and it was 11:40.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to both of you. I was late to this, but I had some pressing matters to make happen here. So.
It gave me a chance to write the whole show, which was great.
Fantastic.
So fire away.
So mine, I have a plan for all 5 of these programs.
Yep.
Number 1, Rockridge. That was the first one.
See, I don't get that one.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
I don't get that one.
I mean, you have outdoor ice.
Okay.
You have traditional hockey. You have some of the greatest barns in the state in your school system. You have a brand new school. You have a brand new rink. I could build excitement in that school district, starting at the kindergarten level, and the building, I mean, it's not like you're sending them into a dump. I mean, that place is, you'll see it at Friday Night Ice in a few weeks, how beautiful this place is and what a great place, what a great job this is. Who is the coaches at Virginia are very lucky, in Virginia are very lucky.
Yep.
That would be a great spot to start with. And to be honest, that section is a very winnable section.
Okay.
I mean, no offense to Proctor Hermantown, that's a very beatable team each year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't lose, but they are. I think that's a beatable team. That's one I would love to take.
My next one is Totino Grace. This is the one that does not have a program.
Or who are they co-op with right now?
Totino?
Yeah. They're co-op with somebody. I don't know.
It's an incredible question.
Yeah.
The North Metro, I've always felt that Totino, and when I was in 8th grade, Totino was one of the best boys programs in the state.
And their girls program was always pretty good.
I don't even know when they folded.
I don't either.
So Totino, it's 10 miles from Blaine. It's 10 miles from the Centennial area.
And there's
it's
a
within
ton
striking
of
distance
parochial
from
Catholic schools in that area.
There is, but here's the deal. Breck has kind of cornered the market on the Anoka Rogers band of
Yes, they have.
Totino Grace's tuition is half of Breck's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So unless not everybody, but unless some kids on the Breck roster are getting some help via financial aid, I got financial aid. I'm not shitting on financial aid. Unless they're getting financial aid, it's $40,000 a year to go to high school. Girls, come on down to Totino. Pay $19,000 a year. Get the private school
And
experience.
play for the living legend, Peter Otney.
Yeah. Hello. So I think Totino Grace is a sleeping giant for whoever wants to, for lack of a better term, sell their soul. I think Totino Grace could be a player on both the boys and the girls levels.
My next one, I stay north.
I'm going to get a really angry email from the Spring Lake Park Bantam coaching staff.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. My next one is Duluth.
Okay.
That's
a really good one.
One city. I know you're going to go to a one city program as well. You got one city. If you can just do a little bit of work with Duluth Marshall and get them into your program and into one, that would be fantastic. I think the outdoor rink system there is second to none. I mean, I think girls can play hockey outside, unlimited hockey outside. They got Zamboni rinks. That would be the first place I start. I would get there. I would try to make sure every girl and in all the parks there, they get to outdoor hockey, and we start to generate some interest there. And 5, 6, 7 years later, we would start to see reap the rewards of the Duluth Stars, or is that what we're called?
The high school team
Yeah,
or the youth team?
The high school team.
Northern Stars.
The Northern Stars. We would have a program that could not be stopped in 7AA.
I think that's a really good one. My next one this is kind of an easy one, but there's a caveat. Cretin-Derham Hall. It's within striking distance of some of the biggest associations.
I mean,
Stillwater,
just look at their brothers on the other
Rosemount.
side of the hallway. That program did it too.
Here's where the advantage is. There's no St. Thomas Academy equivalent on the girls' side.
There's
If you
not.
corner the market on whoever doesn't go to Hill Murray
Yep.
from the Woodbury
And just take
area,
the rest.
Stillwater, Rosemount,
So many good players.
Egan. And Egan's got some nice girls players coming up.
Very much
We'll see
so.
where they go to school.
Yes.
But I think
Maybe they stay at Egan.
if you corner the market on
Bless you, Kayla.
some of those East Metro players that don't end up at Hill Murray,
I am not arguing with that.
I
That's
think
a good
Creedon's
take.
got a really good shot at, because there's no St. Thomas Academy equivalent.
No. Number 3 for me is Elk River.
I love this one.
So talk about tradition. They have Division I players, like multiple Division I players that are eager to help. They got the two brothers system with the Jeremkos built in that are coaching both boys and girls in the off season. You have one of the nicest facilities in the state. You also have Zimmerman High School attached to you, so you have a boosted population base and an ability for people to build homes. You know, there's still people are still building brand new homes, which is always an attraction for people. I think they have the semblance to become a powerhouse if you have put the right coach in there, in the right system in there. I could build a state champion in Elk River.
All right. The slash
Real easy.
Zimmerman has been taken off of the Elk River.
Really? Are they merged with like Princeton or something?
I honestly can't tell. I can't
Can't
tell
either.
anymore.
Maybe Becker, Big Lake. I don't know. I don't know that area that well.
I don't know it as well as
I know
probably should.
Zimmerman and Princeton are really close to each other. So
Okay. I'm hitting a couple down the fairway here. Lakeville South is my next one. One of the fastest growing Twin Cities suburbs.
yep.
And Kayla, our resident Lakeville geography expert,
And superstar hockey player.
has told me that the Lakeville North District has essentially been built out.
I told you this.
She told me that this morning.
Really?
That the North District has been
I
built
am
out.
no
Full.
geographer. I think that's what's happening.
But the South District has room to expand further
Tons
south,
of
whereas
housing,
Housing, yeah.
North has been
like that are
capped.
being built.
And just another fact here to build on what Kayla's saying, or what you're hearing from Kayla is their school is not 100% full.
Exactly.
So they are open to open enrollment. This is why some of those Farmington kids moved in, because they had the ability to open enroll there.
Yep.
I was talking to Jake Taylor, the head coach at Lakeville North, and he's like, my son barely could get into Lakeville North. We live in Northfield, and he couldn't barely was able to open enroll into Lakeville North because they're full. This is why you're saying it's such a great opportunity at Lakeville South. It builds on what you're saying.
It reminds me a little bit of Fargo and West Fargo that just keep eating these little Horace, Prairie Rose,
Ryland Acres.
Riley's Acres.
Yep.
Watch out, Castleton. But
Yep.
they just keep eating the land. It's
West,
also one of the
South
largest
and
youth
West.
associations in the state because North and South are combined at the youth level.
Correct.
So you have a situation where it's so big, you're bound to find some quality hockey players, and it hasn't been completely built out yet.
I like when that was your number 4.
Yep.
My number 4 is Richfield High School.
Yeah, see, this is the one where I'm kind of like, you don't know ball.
Okay, so Richfield High School
You don't know ball, old man.
is a community. I mean, again, this is going to take me 10 years, but again, same
It might take you
philosophy.
40 years.
Same philosophy as I have at Rockridge, right?
Yeah.
Talk about a beautiful facility. You have a community that's completely turning over. You know, the original owners of all these properties are gone. Now there's a lot of young families in Richfield.
It's more affordable than Edina.
It's more affordable than Edina. It's not the city. You get a lot of benefits there. I think that's a giant that could be tapped into.
I don't
And the
disagree with you.
facility's great, you know.
It's got 2 sheets of ice under one roof.
Yeah, they got it. That could be a good one.
My last one, and having 3 sheets of ice under one roof was what tipped the scales in favor of my last one.
4, 6. They have 6 sheets.
No, I'm not going with Rochester.
Oh, I thought you were going
I was just
Rochester.
using an example of
Okay,
why Duluth has an advantage over Rochester because Rochester is still holding on to Century and John Marshall
Correct.
as separate teams, whereas Duluth has
Yeah.
all come together.
All right, what's yours with 3?
Wyzetta.
Wait a second. Did you just say you're picking Wyzetta?
Yeah.
They're already in the top 10. You can't.
Oh.
You can't have a top 10
Okay, then
team.
give me Rochester.
Okay, go to Rochester.
The
You can't
caveat with
pick
Rochester-
Wyzetta. Ooh, Wyzetta. So many advantages.
You know, I think I could build a real power at Edina High.
Like, wow.
So
Ooh, Peter
okay,
just
fine,
picked
fine.
Wyzettas.
I had,
Oh, wow,
I had
Wyzetta.
several reasons with Wyzetta, but that's fine. We'll
no, you
ignore
can't
them. That's fine.
have them.
Wasn't
That's fine.
wasn't
That's
it
fine.
just where you wanted to coach? Was
No,
there a
you
caveat?
can't pick that. Anybody could do Wyzetta.
Okay, why would you pick Wyzetta?
Oh, because it's one of the largest youth programs.
Why else?
Their 10As are good. Their 12As are good. Their 15As are good. They're really good at everything.
How many fruit baskets are you going to send out when they're 15 A's?
1 million.
Okay, yeah, you got to send out the fruit basket though.
1 million.
All right, then I'll
But
go with Rochester.
Just like with Coach O'Leary, they have a built-in skills thing where their players are working in skills. Wyzetta is a really good program already.
Wyzetta has not won.
Take your talents someplace else. Peter.
Wyzetta has not won a state championship. I don't think in either girls or boys.
Boys has 16.
Oh, they
Alex
did,
Schilling
didn't
and
they? They
those
did.
guys, yeah.
Hank Sorensen.
Hank Sorensen. Remember Hank Sorensen tackled Alex Schilling?
I remember watching Hank
He
Sorensen.
decleated him.
Hank Sorensen tried to decapitate a kid during the Elite League.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night. And I remember, that was one of my first introductions to Hank Sorensen.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about 2016. It's been so long.
Yep.
But I
10-year
think that
anniversary.
in terms of, if we were ranking associations and high schools purely based on infrastructure, I think Wayzata would be near the top. Not necessarily on heritage or trophy cases, but I think in terms of infrastructure, I think Wayzata would be near the top.
I agree.
Rochester. But the caveat is you have to combine them all into
One school.
so that we're not divided by districts. They compete as one youth association all the way through. And we've seen this on the boys' side, that super talented group that came through in 2016, 2017. They had those discussions as peewees and bantams. We're playing really well. We're winning 40 games a season. 4 kids are going to Century. 6 kids are going to John Marshall. 2 kids are quitting hockey.
2 are going to Lourdes, and then 6 are going to Shattuck.
And it just gets.
And then some are going to go to Windy City.
It falls apart.
Yep.
So the caveat is that they all have to come together and compete as Rochester United, like you said.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, mine is last one.
This is a really good one. Dang it.
Speaking of Wayzata, because that's where we would feast off of that, program, which Breck and Benilde have done for years. My program would be Providence Academy. There is a space there. The boys program is already using the space at Pick.
Yep.
I think we could get a nice little. We could get another locker room over at Pick for my Providence girls program. There is a ton of great players in Maple Grove and Wayzata that we could have a nice recruiting base from. Build it just the way everyone start off in Class A, and if Chad Greenway can build a power in girls basketball, Tony Scott can build a power in girls hockey. So bring it on. Here we go.
I was just about to point out, sometimes you need a benefactor. Chad Greenway's career earnings, $51.8 million. Chad, do you want to spring for new jerseys for a girls hockey team?
Right.
I also learned that Totino Grace is co-opted with Osseo Park Center.
Who is?
Totino is.
Okay.
It's a co-op with Osseo Park Center, Fridley, Totino Grace, and
How
the
about
Legacy Christian
Zimmerman?
Academy.
Where is Zimmerman High School?
Ooh.
Don't do that on the show, please. It could take you too long.
Okay, yeah, we are going to have to
I'm
also.
pretty sure I can get someone to text me that info real quick.
So Tony's top 5 places he would love to take over: Rockridge, Elk River, Richfield, Providence Academy, and Duluth. And mine are Delano, Rockford, Totino Grace, Cretin-Derham Hall, Lakeville South, and Rochester.
Like it.
All right, that was fun. Games of the Past brought to you by Gemini Athletic.
Am I talking about Gemini?
Anthony? Yes.
Oh, I do want to say I have a good Gemini story. Not good
Ooh,
Gemini
I like
story. I mean, yeah, it is. Every single game we play, someone compliments our jerseys from Gemini. And my Snow Mercy team that got.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Okay, I was just making sure.
I'm well aware.
And the ref, like specifically came up to us and he was like, "Those are the best jerseys."
That is so cool.
I'm not sure I said it on this show or not, but when I was reffing, I reffed a game that was late at night, and then a Wham game was following, and the uniforms were fantastic. The names were fantastic.
Do you know what
I can't remember now. It was again a very clever name, and I can't remember what it was.
Yes, Mercy.
But it was good, and I thought of you obviously. And the best part is the referees was a husband and wife group. We're refereeing together. It was so cool. I'm like, oh my God, could you see Debbie and I out there reffing a game? That would be fantastic.
No,
that would be fantastic. You missed that icing. So, all right, sorry.
No way.
So thank you to Gemini for bringing us great jerseys, great stuff. I'm really excited. I'm going over there tomorrow to see my best on best media jerseys that we'll be wearing.
Oh, Lord.
So and we're doing a photo shoot. Kayla, hint, we're doing a photo shoot.
Congrats.
The fog machine, the whole deal. We're rolling it out in early January. We've already got some deals brewing. Got some new companies coming on board with YHH and Best on Best soon. It's kind of exciting.
All right.
Do you know what one of them might be? A little sneak peek here. Quick Trip. How you like Quick Trip, Peter?
Don't excite me too much. I'll fart. All right, December 11th.
All right, here we go.
Yes, I'm excited about Quick Trip. I love their turkey
everything
Swiss on cranberry wild rice bread.
I love it.
Donuts.
Oh my gosh, so good.
All right, December 11th. Maple Grove over Andover 3-0.
Yep.
Gasp.
Who picked what? Oh, Peter, you lose. You picked a 2-2 tie.
Yep. Centennial Spring Lake Park over Edina 5-1.
Wait, was it Maple Grove? Sorry.
Yeah, Maple Grove.
Maple Grove won. Tony, you got a point.
Congrats.
All right.
Congrats. Edina Centennial.
Yep.
Edina was picked by Peter.
Yep. And he picked Centennial.
He picked Centennial.
Centennial beat Edina.
2 for me.
Wow. Gosh.
Alexandria over Brainerd Little Falls 6-1.
I got that one.
Yep. Good
Tony.
for you.
Tony.
Delano Rockford over West Tonka Southwest
not get
Christian.
that one.
That was not a pick'em.
No.
That's a good score, though.
It is a good score. A ranked win for Delano, who then got
Smoked.
thumped by
Orono. But then Orono and West Tonka tied 3-3 last night.
I know. I don't know what to do.
either.
Savannah Guy and 25 save shutout for the Tigers. 12-12, Holy Family at Bemidji. The Fire come out with a 4-2 win on enemy ice.
Empty net goal.
With an empty
Both
netter.
shots were pretty even.
I made that point in my rankings.
All right.
We
So,
both picked Holy Family, didn't we?
no. Tony picked a 1-0 win from Bemidji.
Ah, you idiot. -2.
I'll take that. I'll
Minus
take
2.
that. I don't -2. I just don't get it the points.
You just don't get any.
Saturday, Edina at Minnetonka ended in a 4-4 tie.
No one. Tonka. Peter picked Tonka. Tony picked Edina.
Gotcha. Benilde St. Margaret's at Proctor Hermantown has not been scored.
What?
It has not been scored.
It has not been scored.
No, check in there now. Neither was the Bemidji game. We
Oh,
finally
no.
got that one in.
The Benilde Proctor game was not scored by the girls' hockey hub
I know.
at all.
What the
I know.
heck?
So we can't score it either.
So I'm not sure what happened there.
I'll say
And
Benilde won 11-1.
And neither team's social media has
I
been
know,
used in
trust
over
me.
a year.
Trust me, I've been all over both of these.
This is so annoying.
I know.
So annoying. What else do you have to do? Wyzetta over Maple Grove. Not sure if this was a pick'em
That's the
either.
upset of the,
It was.
That's
It
could be
was,
one of
okay.
the biggest upsets of the year.
Wyatt Peter picked Wyzetta.
Oh!
Moving on.
He finally got one of his random picks right.
All right, we have 11
How
minutes.
does it
I have
feel?
11 minutes
How
to
does
go.
it feel to be second best?
All right.
Alrighty, Tuesday, West Tonka Southwest Christian ties Orono 3-3.
That was. I mean, what
Doesn't
do you
matter.
do? Yeah, no one
Doesn't matter.
wins. You both picked Orono.
Edina over Benilde 2-1.
You both picked Edina.
Mankato East over Albert Lee 5-1.
Mankato East won. Tony picked Elbert Lee.
Oh, did I pick Mankato East?
You picked Mankato East.
Get some. And then Warroad over Thief River Falls 6-0.
War Road won. And Peter, you picked Thief River Falls.
How does it feel to be second place?
Oh,
that
what?
was the one
Get
he
some.
goaded you into.
Oh, this feels boy, that feels like I came back to earth. All right, Games of the Future brought to you by Summit Orthopedics. If I were injured, I would go to Summit Orthopedics. Thankfully, I'm not, but if I needed something done on my head, shoulders, knees, and toes, I would go to Summit Orthopedic.
I don't know if they do head, but let's
What
pretend they
about
do.
shoulders, knees, and toes?
They do that for sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes. Games of the Future tonight, Stillwater at Woodbury. This is kind of the battle for the Suburban East Conference,
I'm going to go Woodbury.
the SEC.
I'll go Woodbury.
I'm going to go Stillwater in this one. Give me Stillwater. Tomorrow, Edina at Maple Grove.
I think I'm going to go Edina.
I am also going to go Edina. Holy Family at Benilde St. Margaret's.
Holy Family.
All right, I am also going to go Holy Family. Moorhead at Alexandria.
Moorhead.
You're going to go Moorhead here, okay? I will go Alexandria just for fun. On the 19th, Hillmurray at Andover.
Hillmurray.
I am also going to take Hillmurray. Marshall at Blake.
Blake.
Blake. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll take Marshall then.
Okay.
Although I think this might be a Janie McGaughan 35 save shutout type game. On the 20th, West Tonka Southwest Christian at Breck.
Breck.
All right, we are both taking Breck.
Is that their first matchup of the year? Because that would be a rematch of last
I
year's
wanna
section semifinal.
I
Yeah.
want to say yes.
Yep.
I want to say yes. Holy Family at Centennial
Holy
Spring
Family.
Lake Park. Wow. Okay. All right.
Holy Family for 100.
All right. I'll take Centennial Spring Lake Park there.
Okay.
On the 22nd, Maple Grove at West Tonka Southwest Christian.
I'm going to go 4-1 Maple Grove.
Okay, this is going to be your score pick. All right. I'm going to take Maple Grove, no score. And then on the 23rd, Andover at Edina. This is my score pick. This just feels like a 4-1 Edina.
5-0. That would be my pick.
No, I'm going 4-1. I think Andover gets one early, and then Edina gets
You
2
both
from
picked
Schenkelberg
4-1.
as our scores.
Yeah.
Okay.
How fun. Wait,
Yeah,
Edina,
how fun.
Edina's playing who?
Andover, and I got Edina 4-1 over the Huskies.
Okay.
It's
Tony?
a lot of.
I have
pick'ems.
Edina.
Okay.
It's a lot of pick'ems there, and you went chalk on all of them.
It's because he
do you
picks.
mean I
He
went
takes the
chalk?
coward's way out.
I
That's
know
why.
every time. You don't
It's
even
a bit
see,
of a
you don't even
Bit of a
season your
pick'em's
food.
coward.
Yeah.
God, you guys are goading me right now. I love it.
Goading. We're good. We're
You
not.
just know I have another podcast I've recorded in 8 minutes. So
I know. You better be ready. I bet you don't even have your questions ready.
now I
Oh
don't.
my God, you're the worst.
I'll do fine. I just need a cup of water and a Zoom, and I'm ready to go.
All right. I think we've made it all the way through. Thank you so much for joining us on a special Christmas-ish episode of Her Ice. We'll talk to you sometime after the holiday.
Sometime, yes.
Sometime after the holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays.